You're watching the Autos 360 Network.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rick Walker, host, and you're watching SST Sunday Night Live. We have some previews and highlights to share with you for Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, Nevada. Car companies in recent years, I'm just going to take these off from the reflection in my glasses. Car companies have been going to the Consumer Electronics Show to reveal a lot of their new products and their new ideas, their new concepts. And this year was no exception. What companies did opt out of the Consumer Electronics Show because of concerns about COVID. Among them, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, a lot of other electronics companies. But the point that I'm sort of the convergence of automotive technology and electronics, these two industries beginning to merge together in a more cohesive way, so that the car companies are now sort of sharing the same marketing platforms and vehicles as a company like Sony, telegraphing that they're going to be coming into the automotive market in the very near future, as in Vegas over the past week. We saw that Sony did release or reveal another concept vehicle. Their vision for the future, they call the Sony Vision and this is the SO2 that I'm going to show you here. I have a few stills that Sony released. This is an electric vehicle that they are playing with. Yes, and it's something that it isn't clear if it will actually come to market. This is an SUV. Sony previous last year before, they released a Sony Vision S 01, which is a car. This is an SUV version of this platform. And they're kind of being coy about whether they're going to be producing or if they're just going to be working with automotive companies as other companies like General Motors, Ford, Tesla, as they introduce there's the SUV. So it's going to be interesting to see how these companies begin to work together and where a company like Sony will end up playing in the electric vehicle market. Electronics companies, computer companies, technology, autonomous driving technology, it's becoming more and more makers. And I think you're going to see more partnerships and maybe even amalgamations, convergence between companies in the months and years ahead. Now, that being said, Chrysler is playing catch up, and they were at CES in Vegas this past week doing just that, catching up. They released a vehicle called the Airflow. Now, for those people out there who are real car people, you'll remember that Chrysler did have in the 1930s. And there's a picture of one right there. The Airflow was a car that was ahead of its time, front grille, and it was produced manufactured with aerodynamics in mind. It was one of the very first cars to really give to aerodynamics, and they took it very seriously. The Airflow was sort of a sales failure, but it was really, really ahead of its time. And now Chrysler is back with a new Airflow concept. This one, it's all electric, and Chrysler still doesn't really have any vehicles ready to go to market. But this one will be apparently ready to go to market fairly soon. And here's the brand CEO for Chrysler to tell us more in this video clip from the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas.
On behalf of the Chrysler brand, I'm proud to introduce the Airflow concept at the 2022 Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. The Chrysler Airflow concept represents the start of the Chrysler revitalization as we intend to transform clean mobility and seamlessly connected customer experiences. For nearly 100 years, Chrysler earned the reputation for delivering breakthrough innovation for the mainstream market and created new product segments to delight customers and fill unmet needs. You probably remember that Chrysler created the minivan segment nearly 40 years ago, and the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid was the first and remains the only plug-in hybrid minivan in the market today. But this is just the start of our electrification plan. And the future includes our commitment to launch the first Chrysler battery electric vehicle by 2025 and offer a full battery electric portfolio by 2028. I am so excited to introduce the Airflow, which is a true concept vehicle. The Airflow showcases leading-edge electrified drive system technology that delivers between 350 and 400 miles of range, as well as fast charging functionality. Advanced safety technologies are true to maintaining Chrysler's safety leadership. An intuitive AI and connected vehicle technology will be delivered because the future isn't just about getting people from point A to point B. We're creating a seamlessly connected hub that brings the customer's lifestyle along with the vehicle. The Airflow concept embodies Chrysler's new contemporary technology-forward exterior design that's highlighted by an LED illuminated Chrysler wing logo in the front light blade. The interior is beautifully crafted with sustainable materials and premium finishes that are modern, comfortable, and configurable to suit each occupant. The Stella Smart Cockpit synchronizes digital work and home environments to create a personalized experience for each passenger. And Stella Brain technology delivers over-the-air updates that are designed to easily deliver new and upgraded features and functions, so each day of ownership just gets better. The Airflow also features Stella Auto Drive, which includes level 3 autonomous driving capabilities that are also over-the-air upgradable. I am so excited about the future of Chrysler. In addition to bringing an all-new product portfolio, the Chrysler brand will perform like a startup. We'll bring an entrepreneurial spirit, speed, and renewed customer focus to the development of new products, technologies, services, and business models. And that will allow us to take a leading role in delivering new clean mobility solutions that will transform what customers can expect from a traditional car company. Thank you.
And another traditional car company that was making a big splash at CES this past year with their Chevy Silverado. But they also had some, which was all electric, an electric pickup truck to compete with Ford's. Now, we do have a full report on that, and I will share that with you.
You're watching the Autos 360 Network.
you thinking what I'm thinking? Yes, a 2024 Chevy Silverado EV looks a whole lot like a Chevy Avalanche. It's that transition from the rear window into the truck bed. This all-electric Chevy Silverado is completely different than the current Silverado. It's based on the electric Hummer platform, and it's important to note that this vehicle is extremely important for General Motors because the Silverado is their bread and butter truck, and trucks are their bread and butter. The style is rounded and clean. It has a gigantic cabin. On the RST version, it will come equipped with a 17-inch touchscreen. It will sit next to an 11-inch digital gauge cluster. The WT, or work truck version of this Silverado EV, will be equipped with slightly smaller screens. Chevrolet is going to offer the multi-flex tailgate with the Silverado EV. To begin with, Chevrolet will offer two different powertrains. The work truck, which will be aimed at fleet vehicle sales, will come with dual electric motors and four-wheel drive. It will produce 510 horsepower and 615 pound-feet of torque. The RST version, aimed at the retail market, will also be equipped with two electric motors, but the horsepower gets bumped up to 664 horsepower and 780 pound-feet of torque. To use all the power, there's a sport mode called Wide Open Watts, or WOW. In this mode, Chevrolet says the Silverado EV can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds. Estimated range, 400 miles. The battery pack will be equipped with fast charging technology, allowing you to add up to 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes, if you can find a fast charger with a 350 kilowatt DC fast charging connection. Towing capacity is 8,000 pounds on the work truck with a payload capacity of 1,200 pounds. The RST is rated at 10,000 pounds towing capacity and 1,300 pounds payload. Eventually, Chevrolet will offer a version that will be capable of towing up to 20,000 pounds. Of course, the real question is, will the Silverado EV still measure up in terms of range and towing capacity in the real world? Only time will tell. The Silverado EV can be used to power up power tools and even charge other electric vehicles. Four-wheel steering will be included on both the work truck and the RST. The Silverado EV will be loaded with tech, including Super Cruise. For 2024, the Silverado EV will sell for well over $100,000. That's for the RST. Exact pricing on the work truck has not been released. That's because they're fleet vehicles. But the work truck is expected to have a starting price of around $40,000, and these numbers are all in U.S. currency. So the first versions will be quite pricey, but Chevrolet says more affordable versions, ranging in price from about $40,000 to $80,000, will be coming very soon. So the big question is, does the Silverado EV have what it takes to compete? And so far, we'd say it's looking pretty good. But the proof will come when the first trucks are delivered in early 2023 and buyers begin to drive them in the real world. Chevrolet is taking orders for the new Silverado EV right now. For the Autos 360 Network and the SST Car Show, I'm Rick Walker.
You are watching SST.
General Motors also made a splash at CE2 in Vegas with this Cadillac Inner Space. It's a concept vehicle and pretty futuristic. But apparently this is supposed to pay tribute to cars from the 1970s, personal luxury coupes from the 1970s. And by personal luxury coupes, I think what we're talking about here is cars like the Buick Riviera the Pontiac brand from that era, from the 1970s and into the early 1980s. They were big, long, luxurious cars. This one's a two-seater. Most of the personal luxury coupes from the mid to 70s to early 80s were seaters or mostly front and back seats, usually kind of bucket seats up front. Plymouth Furies, Chrysler Cordobas, with rich cars. These are all personal luxury coupes. And the inner space has swivel seats, very long, muscular look, so contribute in that way to personal luxury coupes of the 1970s. So there was lots going on at CES in Vegas, and again, showing how the automotive industry and the electronics industry are, and we've seen more of that over the past few years, where the auto companies are now going to an electronics show to ideas and even a lot of their newest products. So hopefully, in the near future, we'll get back to showcasing some of these new products at the Ottawa Gatineau International Auto Show as well. And in the days ahead and the week ahead, we have planned with the Ottawa Gatineau International Auto Show, because we are part of that, and we're working hard. All of that show is working hard to bring things back, and we're going to have a lot to say about what we're going to be doing in 2022 and, even more importantly, 2023, because we're now focused on 2023 up there, but we do have some stuff planned in 2022, so don't count us out yet. There's still stuff to come. That's on the 22 Ottawa Gatineau International Auto Show front. You will be able to watch a lot of content and stay up to date by visiting AutoShowOttawa.com and OttawaAutoShow.com. Those two. Virtual Autos 360 Virtual Auto Show continues. And this live cast is all part of. These were some of the things that we took note of so far this week. We'll have more about all of this in the next episode, which you can catch online at SSTCarshow.com and on television through Scripps Broadcasting Stations. In the Toronto area, you'll set WKBW out of Buffalo, and of course across New York State, satellite, cable. We're up on birds there, across Canada on cable systems, and across much of the United States on satellite and cable as well. SSTCarshow.com. That is where we watch us on demand. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page. We're always posting new content there as well. And we will keep you up to date as well at OttawaAutoShow.com. So that's really about all we have to share with you today. Time to kind of wrap it up. But again, Car Show, we will bring the Car Show to you online at SSTCarshow.com and OttawaAutoShow.com, and we will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching.
You're watching the Autos 360 Network.